Hey friends, welcome to my kitchen. I'm Victoria. Today I'm going to be your tour guide on exploring cool summertime treats. Now, I live in Texas, it's 1,000,000 degrees here, and I needed to have a few things in the freezer that weren't ice cream, that weren't super calorie heavy, but helped to cool me down. And so I have a couple different ideas for you that I'm going to cover with you today. Hey, if we haven't met, I'm Victoria. I am passionate about helping people cook from scratch. Why? Because then you have better quality food at home, and the price is way less than having to go out to a restaurant. So that's my deal. I'm here for it. The first thing I want to talk to you about is juice pops. Here's the thing with juice pops and stuff like that that you get from the grocery store. You need to look at your ingredients and see if it says sugar. I try to limit the amount of refined sugar that my son has because I think it's just not good for you. By the way, if you are looking for a way to keep track of your grocery costs and help you make sure that you're getting the best deal, I want to introduce you to the Deal Finder. Now, currently I have this in electronic format, and it will be coming in a paper book format really soon. It's easy to keep track of how much you're paying for food at different stores. And this tells you where to go to get the best buy. It's super duper easy, and it helps to save you money. Anyway, on to the cool summertime treats. The first thing that we're gonna be doing is juice pops. This is such a tricky item to get at the grocery store because many times they add more sugar, and that's how they get you, because then your kid loves it. Oh, mom, I love this. Can you order this for me? Blah, blah, blah. Kind of like things like applesauce. A lot of times they add sugar to that. You just don't need it. I got these at Amazon. I'll put a link below. And here's how you do it. Now, we're gonna be making some juice pops, and you can lay them on a cookie sheet. It always kind of terrifies me a little bit to do that. So sometimes, like if you have slots in your shelves in your freezer, like I'll just stick them upright. But you can use these to make a delicious fruit smoothie type of treat for you and your kids. Let's talk about what you're gonna need for this particular project. I want you to take all that fruit you have in your freezer, or maybe the fruit you have in your fridge, maybe the fruit that looks a little bit suspect, but it hasn't gone bad and it's not oldie moldy, but you just don't like the looks of it. I want you to take all that fruit and make sure that it pairs well with each other, okay? Apple banana in a popsicle doesn't sound great, but strawberry banana sounds pretty good, and maybe apple blueberry, I don't know. And I don't think I've ever frozen applesauce before, so I don't know how that would work anyway. Let's experiment with this. We're gonna see what flavors you like, all of the things. Put them in one of these, okay? And boom, there you go. You have homemade popsicles. The one thing I will say is I'm trying to figure out how to make, I don't know if you guys have ever had Jolly Llamas. Okay, I started buying these for my son when he was little. I like that there was no added sugar, but they have more of a creamy texture, and I don't know, it says non-dairy, but I'm like, do you add coconut? What are you adding to get more creamy texture? So I'm still experimenting with this. If you want something that has more of a creamy texture, you can add heavy whipping cream to make like an ice cream-ish type of a thing, but you really don't need to. I mean, juice pops. Okay, so that's our first treat. Okay, so I just have some frozen fruit. I have this habit of when fruit is starting to look sad, it's starting to look a little, you know, like it just looks sad, like you're not gonna eat it, it doesn't look appetizing, I freeze it. And so I was just going through my freezer. I have so much fruit. So I have some strawberries in here. I have some blueberries. I'm gonna add some peaches. And what I need to do is add some water to this, and it's gonna help everything blend together. I filled it about 1/3 of the way with water. Let's blend this guy up. Okay, that's kind of what you want to see when it starts to get some momentum. It means that not everything is stuck in there. Okay, give it a little shake. And you don't believe how easy this is. Okay, here's this guy. Oh, come on, you can do it. Oh my gosh, it's kind of thick. Might be better off just spooning it. All the way to the top. Okay, put the lid on. And there we go. I think this is pretty secure, but I still like to freeze it upright. So that's it. That's how you make juice pops. Like, this is the simplest thing in the entire world. And guess what? Your kids are gonna love them, and you are gonna love them if you're one of those people that you get overheated, or you've been out in the sun a lot. I mean, you can sit in the pool and a nice cool treat. Sounds fantastic. Yeah, you will love this. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that, because you can see what happened to my juice pop, and it went all over my shoes and everything. So yeah, just tuck it in the side. How about that? Our second treat is frozen bananas. I am so in love with this treat, you guys, because like I said, it's 1,000,000 degrees here. Sometimes you want something sweet after dinner, especially want something cold. And frequently I find that I'm reaching for ice cream. Do I need ice cream? No, I don't need ice cream. But cut up banana that's been frozen, that's covered in dark chocolate, boom. I mean, like, that's amazing. And also, if you want to sprinkle a little flake salt on top and be fancy, girl, let me tell you, it's so good. Let's talk about staying hydrated. So the last two things I'm going to show you, they're drinks. They're not frozen treats per se. We're going to do two drinks today, and I wanted to share these with you because they've been my go-to this summer. The first is going to be a lemon electrolyte drink, and the second is a tea. Let's talk about lemon for a hot second. Everybody knows lemon water is good for them. Everybody knows this. But guess what? Sometimes it doesn't taste good. Sometimes it's too tart. Sometimes you don't want to be like sucking on a lemon all day. You know what I mean? So I have figured out how to make this a delicious electrolyte type drink at home without having to go buy something that's an electrolyte drink, because I think that they're super expensive, okay? What we're gonna be doing is I want you to go out and get some organic lemons. These kind of look a little sad by now, like they got the little brown spots on the, and that's okay. And if there's something that's like a brown spot that you wouldn't want sitting in your drink, just cut it off, it's okay. So we're gonna be taking, for the drink, like these are smaller lemons. I'll probably take 2 of these. And we're gonna take some organic stevia. I have no idea where I got this one. Maybe I got it at Thrive Market, check there. Okay, my link for Thrive Market's below. It's amazing. They deliver, the food comes to your door. It's amazing. So what we're gonna be doing, we're gonna cut our lemon. I'm gonna cut slices of the lemon for this one, and for this one I'm just gonna cut it in half. Make sure you, like these are a little bit tough. We're gonna make sure you roll your lemon. Roll this on the counter. Oh my gosh, lemon down. So roll it like this on the counter. It releases the juices a little bit, but what we're gonna be doing, I like to use a quart jar because it encourages me to drink more water. So start with a quart jar. We're gonna be slicing one of the lemons. The other one, we are going to be just squeezing the whole thing into our jar. From there, I know this is a stretch, we're gonna add like a couple drops of stevia. Now, I mean, it's stevia, so add as much as you want, but remember you don't need a whole lot. And then if you really wanna make this an electrolyte drink, I want you to add a ½ teaspoon of salt. Now, don't put table salt in there. Don't put iodized salt in there. I want you to use a good quality salt. I really like Redmond's Real Salt. I've been using them I've been using it in everything. Ever since I learned about pink Himalayan salt. Okay, so Himalayan salt isn't sea salt, and it comes primarily from Pakistan. And the conditions of the workers there may not be the greatest, blah, blah, blah. And so it kind of made me rethink, do I want to be sending my money towards that kind of a cause? Redmond Real Salt comes from Utah, and I researched a company. It looks really great, and my dollars are going to a US company. Yay. So add a little bit of salt. That's what makes it an electrolyte drink. So this is super simple. You can do this at home. It's tasty. It doesn't taste like you're sucking on a lemon. It doesn't taste super sour. And if you're one of those people like me, like I have a hard time drinking just plain water, this helps a lot. The last thing we're gonna talk about is tea. I mentioned briefly how I'm studying herbalism, and I'll get to why that's important. I think the plants and herbs are very healing, and I recently set a goal for myself to become a better gardener so that I can be growing all of these great things. So think about cinnamon. Cinnamon is great. It's a little bit warming. It's like ginger can be refreshing, but too much is a little bit warming. It's on the hotter side of things. So when we're looking at things to eat or drink in the summer to keep us cool, we want to think about energetics and which plants are cooling. I brewed myself some peppermint tea. Now I like peppermint with just a touch of spearmint. Spearmint can actually be kind of overpowering, and spearmint kind of reminds me of, having a cup of toothpaste. Not a really great tea, but I like just a touch with my peppermint tea because it adds a little zing. And I keep this in the fridge, and this, I brewed it for a long time, as you can tell. I mean, this is mint tea, but it's really dark. And this is another thing that I do to stay cool. The peppermint is cooling. Just like I was reading a book that said lemon is cooling. Any type of citrus, it's cooling for your system. And that makes a whole lot of sense as to why these two drinks are really refreshing. Because think about it. I mean, would I want a cup of cinnamon tea now? No. We're gonna do something super simple here. You can just brew really strongly brewed peppermint tea. Then once it's to your liking, put it in the fridge. Like, this isn't complicated, right? You can add stevia to this too if you want, but I really love how this peppermint is like, has such a cooling effect because it is a little bit stronger that I feel like it doesn't need anything. So cheers. These are some things that I'm doing right now to stay cool. I want you to comment below. Let me know what you're doing to stay cool, because of the feeling that it's like another month that's going to be really hot. So another month of me trying not to continue to kill my plants. I hope I can do it. So I am sending you cool vibes from Texas. I hope you're doing well. Please subscribe and like and do all of the things. I hope that you got something out of this video. I hope it gave you some inspirations that you can go try to make your own cool summertime treats to help keep you cool in this super duper high heat. If you like this video, please like and subscribe and share it with a friend who you think could enjoy a summertime treat themselves. All right, friends, I'll see you in my next video.